Virtually every type of building requires protection against forced entry. The challenge lies in determining the degree of protection that is appropriate and therefore which products are most suitable. New standards designed to evaluate product performance include ratings that indicate the door's ability to resist as many as 6 attackers for up to an hour. However, architects and specifiers must resist the urge to specify more than is reasonably warranted to ensure occupants' life safety and security. A door assembly is often a building's first line of defense and can dramatically reduce the risk of harm to people or property. This video will cover the security options that are available and where they make the most sense. The first step is to determine what level of protection is appropriate for the building's use and location. Government and high-end buildings tend to be more at risk for physical attacks. Retail and commercial tenants are usually more concerned with theft. The security needs of schools vary widely and are often a hybrid of burglary prevention and safety. It's important to distinguish between the types of threats because they are addressed quite differently. Physical attacks tend to be more planned and sophisticated. For those, a bullet-resistant door with laminated glass is often selected. They usually have steel stiffeners and higher gauge steel and glass that won't shatter. For burglary prevention, openings with seamless welds, reinforced hardware, and steel stiffeners are a good choice. In the aftermath of any violent tragedy such as a terrorist attack or school shooting, people are left feeling vulnerable. As a result, it is not uncommon for there to be a reflexive push to implement the maximum degree of security on openings and facilities, well beyond what is necessary to protect the building's occupants. Overspecification means unnecessary costs. Ironically, deciding what degree of security is appropriate can become more difficult with lower levels of risk. Specifying a steel door rated with the highest levels of blast, ballistics, and forced entry resistance would be considered absolutely appropriate for high-risk government facilities and potential terrorist targets such as dams or nuclear power plants. But what is appropriate for corporate offices or retail locations whose owners are generally more concerned with theft? How do the security needs of a warehouse differ from those of a jewelry store? Design professionals should consider the budget, the risk of physical attack or burglary, the severity of the risk, if bullet-resistant doors would make sense. For existing buildings, if retrofitting the windows and steel doors would be sufficient. Addressing the items above should never come at the expense of life safety. Barricades and security gadgets often do not meet the most essential life safety concepts, such as the ability to egress in one operation without any special knowledge or effort. Rather than get bogged down with components or door construction, the following standards can be specified to ensure the desired level of safety. ASTM F1233, Standard Test Method for Security Glazing Materials and Systems. This is the most commonly specified test criteria for non-government forced entry installations. Products are assigned a resistance rating using Roman numerals 1 through 5. The test for a Class 1 rating consists of the product being hit with a ball-peen hammer 10 times. Class 2 is another 10 impacts. To achieve a Class 5 designation, entries must withstand 41 assaults, including 50 impacts with a fire axe. ASTM F3038, Standard Test Method for Timed Evaluation of Forced Entry Resistant Systems. Typically specified for high-risk buildings, this test method allows one to specify forced entry prevention of 5, 15, 30, or 60 minutes. The test is comprised of 6 men attacking the door with everything from sledgehammers to battering rams. If the attackers breach the door, the product fails. U.S. Department of State SD-STD 01.01, Forced Entry and Ballistic Resistance of Structural Systems. This test is similar to ASTM F3038, but is specific to government facilities. Consider working with a security consultant for guidance on a specific project. Ballistics go hand in hand with forced entry. The phrase bulletproof is widely used, but until the technology for force fields moves beyond the realm of science fiction and it becomes possible to repel bullets, no door is bulletproof, only bullet-resistant. Bullet-resistant doors are frequently specified in government buildings, cashier stands, high crime areas, and any structure where increased safety is desired. They are typically constructed using formed, heavy-gauge steel-faced sheets around a custom-engineered steel rib core. They are manufactured at 8 different levels, which indicate the number of shots from a particular caliber of bullet that a door can resist. For example, a level 1 door can stop 3 shots from a 9mm. A level 8 can withstand 5 shots from a .308 caliber rifle. A level 8 door will cost substantially more than a level 1 bullet-resistant steel door, so be sure to specify the appropriate level of resistance. In most cases, a level 2 or 3 door offers plenty of protection. After making hundreds of thousands of secure door assemblies, SDI member manufacturers often hear, "But this just looks like a regular door." It's as if they were expecting imposing steel bars and bulky hardware. Architects and specifiers should let their customers know beforehand that security doors look just like the rest. That way, when they see the door, they'll know it's the performance that counts.